acres, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Now that Halloween is over and you're gearing up for Christmas, it's time to head to Tailored Life in Bennett to get ready with local shopping. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of Christmas trees in all different colors. Plus, many other fall and winter holiday items and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, take over $11,000 off a 2024 Ford F-150. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004296, MSRP of $66,645. Must finance with Ford Motor Company and have a qualifying trade and approved credit. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/13/24. See delivery details.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Welcome to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Gray.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, and it is the first official day of, well, I don't know if it's the first official day of the air raid offense, but first practice, something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, AGZ. You never know. You never know. AG right here in Lincoln, Nebraska, we have a very balmy 37 degrees right now downtown Lincoln. Very sunny, but very chilly. What about there in H-Town, my man?
62 and sunny right now.
Oh, man. AG, we're going to be doing this in about a month, maybe in about 3 weeks. I'm going to say, AG, it's 10 degrees here. What's there? Oh, AD, it's beautiful 65.
Yeah. That's
you don't even ask.
It's like,
can't control the environment and Mother Nature. So there you go.
It's like Saban. So quit asking, because I'm not.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm gonna say.
Oh man, folks, it is a beautiful Tuesday morning. And you know what? You guys, last night, I have no idea why this song popped in my head. Nick, you probably have not heard this song because it's so, but you may have. I can't say you haven't. Raff, you may have. AG, I know you have. AG, remember the square dance rap?
Square dance rap?
My beats are kicking to the square dance rap. My beats are kicking. Remember that song?
No, I do not.
To the right, don't remember too hard because the ginger tag. Goo.
No. You got me. You got me on that one.
Don't play it
stuck.
over.
I'm not going to play it on my phone. Nick, just type in square dance
You got
rap.
me stuck on that one.
Do I need to worry about, is there a clean
No,
version?
oh, it's clean.
It's all
This is
clean?
back in the hip-hop 80s days. Dave, you knew, I know he's listening because Dave was probably...
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
He's... Bingo. You just looked it up. Yes.
No, David from Renew.
I knew that. Yes. AG, I know you've heard this song.
I knew. I heard of Sir Mix a lot, and I got, I know his songs. What? I didn't know he.
AG.
I missed that one.
Listen, check it out.
Dead air. Hello. I don't hear it.
Oh.
When you go.
Hold on 1 second.
There you go.
Don't hear it.
So
He
why
can't
would
hear it.
I'm not sure why.
Hold on.
I don't know. I can hear you guys talking. Y'all jamming. I can't hear that either. AD, good try.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Sir Mix a lot. I gotta look on my phone. I'll play it on my phone.
Yes, when you get a chance, man. I know you've heard that.
So
bro.
did that song pop into your head when you were sitting in front of your books last night in the dark?
No, not
In
then.
the
That was
dark.
quiet time. That was Miles
quiet
Davis.
time?
That was
Okay.
Miles Davis time
Miles
right
Davis
there.
time.
Dude, I was literally so me and Brooke went to Misty's last night just on a whim. Just went to Misty's, and we were driving home, and
She says, I'm going to go left. I went, whip it to the left, whip it to the right. I was like, what? Why? I mean, because when you're 50 and old like me, you got a lot of songs you just, and I kept listening to that song over and over in my head last night.
How about this one? So we have 0700 says, nope, I'm 55 and I've never heard of that.
Oh, you guys got to listen to it.
2320 says, well, I could have lived without that one.
Hear it. You didn't hear it.
No. The listeners could hear it. The listeners could hear it.
No, but I'm saying
AG couldn't.
They only heard a portion of it, is what I'm simply saying. Yeah. That song, and Dave Renew will tell you, man, that song goes nuts.
What's the name of the song?
Square Dance
Rap. And it's one of those just gaff songs.
Oh, I see. It's not even on my iPhone. It says, it doesn't say Sir Mix-a-Lot. It says Swaz.
If you just play that,
that's
SWAS.
That might be it.
We have no idea.
I'll listen to it on the break to give the listeners a break from that nonsense.
We got somebody that says that's classic. Yeah, that was something I can't unhear it. Never heard it before. I'm 34. Buttermilk Biscuits. Yes, Buttermilk Biscuits. 5813. I know you guys heard Buttermilk Biscuits before. Yeah. Buttermilk Biscuits.
Never.
See, think about it. Yes,
this is not so unless he's in a song with them. It's not his group.
Hey, David said AG needs to upgrade his music.
Oh, no. Well, this is from 1988, so it's not no upgrade. That's a retroactive type thing.
You know, it was a lot of those songs back then in the hip hop genre too, were a lot of things to where you didn't have to mute. You didn't have to mute it much, man.
I know, isn't that great?
I mean, you could actually listen to it without boop, 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 boop. Now, some of the lyrics might have been goofy and kind of, dorky. Yeah. But you could actually rock music back then. Rico, you were even too young.
Better times.
Yeah, I was born in 93.
Yeah, you weren't born yet when this
I was
song
born
came
in
out.
93.
Stuff. Yeah, but you were born
we
during
still listen to music.
some of the greatest days. Was the 80s and early 90s some of the greatest era of hip hop, man, and rap.
Yeah, I believe that. It's better than what's going on today for sure. I agree with that.
This stuff today, I don't know what to say. It's like, I mean, it's like
mumble. No, hold up. They got mumble rap. Okay. When I first heard about mumble rap, I was like, what? Are y'all serious?
It's all about beats now.
It's all about it's not even about beats. It's not even putting full sentences together. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's all about the beat. It's all about the music. It's not about
the drop.
It's not about what's being said.
It's all about just do instrumental then. Don't try to sing.
Yeah, just give me
a rap. Don't try to rap then. Don't try to rap then.
Here's a question for you, AG. Are you on SoundCloud? Do you know about SoundCloud?
Yeah, I know about SoundCloud.
Are you on it? You got some underground stuff on
AG,
there?
you try to be a rapper?
Me? No, I already told you I'll be a backup dancer. I'm not a rapper. I already told y'all that. Y'all must have forgot.
Go to YouTube and pull up AG dancing to "This Is America," because he was in that Jeep or in his truck.
Was it YouTube?
I don't know if it's YouTube or whatever, but you post. Maybe it's because we're friends, but I was able to see it because you posted it on. I think it was on Facebook. Because when that song came out by Childish Gambino, AG,
I was dancing while I was driving. I was driving, so I'm not really on the dance floor. So
he was he was in his truck. He was going after it.
Fun song. I like that song.
0658 says, if you didn't live during Square Dance Rap, you didn't live. Headed to Broadway. I feel you, dog. That's what.
But I don't know if that's him. Interesting. I'm gonna listen in a little bit when we go.
Well, folks, we've got a lot of changes that have coming up the pike.
Changes.
And we got a clip. We're gonna play this a few times for you. Let's listen to this real quick, Nick.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Yeah, because we're gonna play it a few times throughout the day.
If I can change. Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился сегодня. And you can change. Вы можете измениться. Everybody can change. Каждый может измениться.
Hey.
What in the world?
Wait.
He knows it.
What AG? Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah, I heard what he said, but who is that?
Oh no!
Play it one more time for him.
Nice job, Raff.
Just wait. Just hold on, big fella.
Patience,
hold on. You gotta wait.
I thought
everybody knew that.
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменится. And you can change. Вы можете измениться. Everybody can change. Каждый может измениться.
I just love the translations.
Yeah, the translation's funny.
Translations right there too.
Now, AG, you remember who that is, right?
No, I don't.
That was, remember in Rocky when he was fighting Ivan Drago in Russia at the end, he beats him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right,
So,
got it. And now I remember.
Everybody
Yeah,
can change.
I remember. That was.
You guys know where that fight was held at?
what was the site? What, like, you mean for real or like a movie? Where was it at for real?
Laramie, Wyoming.
Really?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
can believe that.
They
Just
couldn't
look-
get over.
Laramie, Wyoming.
It
Yeah, all
wasn't-
those
was only
montage fight training. That it couldn't have been done in Russia.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't think he'd be back. So
Right. So I always wondered that. I always wondered. That's okay. You know how Rocky does the montage training and fighting, getting ready. I'm like, where? I'm like, he's playing Drago, so he's supposed to be in Russia. But in my head, as a kid, I already knew because I've talked to my mom and dad about movies. They said sometimes they don't shoot the movie where you think it is because the movie, the screen will tell you, oh, it's in Russia, it's in Switzerland, it's in South America somewhere. When they can't go to those places sometimes. And I'm like, so they find a place that looks like it and then stage it up. And I'm like, oh.
Speaking
so I
of
was like,
stage,
I knew that as a kid.
Oh no, we're done.
When he did the remix of that movie, he corrected it because when they landed in Russia, if everybody recalls right, Paulie gets out of the car and goes, "No cable television? How am I going to watch the Rose Bowl game?" But if you remember, he fought on December 25th. They weren't even going to be there for the Rose Bowl.
Exactly. The Rose Bowl is a New Year's Day game.
mess you up if you ain't careful.
Yeah.
The Rose Bowl is a New Year's Day bowl game.
Exactly. And he was fighting December 25th in Russia.
Well, the reason why I was again, a lot of thinking last night. I was thinking about just the notes for today. I was thinking change. A lot of change in Nebraska football right now. A lot of changes in athletics right now. You look at the Nebraska basketball roster. I literally have to study that roster. They play tomorrow night against Fairleigh Dickinson. Fairleigh Dickinson tomorrow.
That's right, FDU.
FDU tomorrow. There's a lot of change there. You look at the women's basketball team. There's a lot of change there. There's a lot of change on campus. We have a new OC. A lot of change there because
It's in the middle of the season.
Yes, exactly. The brunt of this show is going to be about that. So at the 9 o'clock hour, all the way until we're done, we're going to talk about that change. Rule said if I can change, we all can change. Hopefully,
everybody can change.
And maybe he meant that clip too. If we die, we die. Who knows? I don't know, but there is a lot of change in Nebraska right now.
He dies. He dies.
I think we still should have Tupac and see no changes.
Raff, what's your sound?
I love it. I love it.
I like how Raff said, I see no changes.
Yeah.
I see no changes. It's a little upbeat. It's an upbeat song, Raff. It's an upbeat song.
Just don't play it.
That's just the way it is.
Oh,
my God, we doing too much right now. I just say that much.
We're out. We'll be back. We got our 8:30. There was a football game last night. We'll discuss that as well. And many other things in this week of changes. It's The Drive. 90% take a great back.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Post Malone is teaming up with Raising Cane's to empower the next generation of artists. For a limited time, 2 exclusive double-sided Post Malone posters are available at Raising Cane's. So post up your combo at Cane's while supplies last and support a good cause. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. See an afternoon high around 58. Tonight, a chance of showers and a continuing breeze with the low near 47. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy with a high around 55. Meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
Now that Halloween is over and you're gearing up for Christmas, it's time to head to Tailored Life in Bennett to get ready with local shopping. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of Christmas trees in all different colors. Plus, many other fall and winter holiday items and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up. Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 12th is $2 off all crackers, $2 off on grind, $3 off on salami, and buy one, get one free on stew beef. Limit of 2. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Wall-to-Wall Wine & Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine & Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings, your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday in Lincoln, Nebraska. Boom, Monday Night Football last night. It looked more like a game of hot potato for most of that game.
You know, fellas, Raff, you're spot on. It resembled a lot the game the night before, but between the Texans and
yes, sir,
the Lions. The Dolphins, Jake's Lions, improved to 3-6. They beat the Rams 23-15 last night. You guys, AG, I'm going to throw this out to you first, man. How big of a gut punch? Because the Rams had some momentum coming in. They had Paku, whatever his name is. Pakua was back. Was back. You know, it was rolling. They had won, I think, was 2 straight prior to this, I believe. It was 2 straight prior to this.
Yeah.
And then you come in, you're at home.
SoFi.
Yes. And you lose to a team that's 2-6. AG, how big of a gut punch was this for the Rams, and how big of it was an uplifter was this for Miami?
I don't know how big of a gut punch it is because, you know, they got everybody back, so they probably felt good about the game, you know. And I say that's probably where the gut punch comes in. But Cooper Kupp also was back in the game. He's been playing good the last couple of weeks. So I say just something that probably caught him off guard because, knowing the history of the Dolphins this season, Tua being hurt, with the concussion, that being a topic for a long time, not knowing what he's going to look like. So that probably, on the field, so that probably threw a lot of the whole game plan for the Rams defensively off, because they know that, I don't know. I just wonder if it sits in the back of their mind that, man, if we hit this kid hard, but he put himself in harm's way on the one tackle on the interception. So that just my thought process running through the mind. If those players are like unknowingly thinking, we can't hit this dude. He might go into seizures and stuff like that. You don't know. But if it's not that, just playing the game, definitely caught off guard, thinking that you got a lot of guys back was going to be a different game, but you still got to play it no matter what, who's been gone and who's been playing or not.
Raff, let me bring it on you, man. If, that play that AG was talking about, sometimes they put themselves in harm's way. Yeah. In case listeners, in case you don't know, there was an interception and Tua threw, and he was going to help make the tackle, and first thing he did is put his head down. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, at the beginning of the night, he did the sit-down interview, and he and one of the last things he said was he did not want to be known as the poster boy for concussions, but unfortunately, I think he already's got that title, because every time he runs out of the pocket and stuff, I'm like, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, so it just, and then you saw that hit last night where he took that hit to the helmet, and you're like, oh no, not again.
Yeah, on the interception where he made the tackle, and he just instantly dropped his head.
That was exactly the question I posed to him. In Raff and AG and Nick, here's my thing with that. They were letting him have it online. Nick, are you left-handed or you're right-handed, right?
Depends what I'm doing.
I'm a lefty.
Oh, you're okay. Oh, Mr. Ambidextrous.
Well, no. I do. I write left-handed, but I swing a bat right-handed.
Okay, so if you right,
did you ever switch hit?
No, I never tried.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Raff, if I slid you a piece of paper, because you're left-handed, right? You're right-handed.
I'm right-handed, yeah.
If I slid you something right with, you're not just going to grab your left hand right away because you've always right with your right. AG, I look at it as in football the same way with Tua. Although it pains you to see him put his head down like that or to try to make the tackle or just lean with it, but that's like telling someone to write with the opposite hand in the heat of the moment. He's only doing what's natural.
His instincts.
It's instinct. It's instinctual.
Yep.
Yeah.
So something that's so instinctual. So it's going to take him time. I mean, I was more fearful than judgmental, because I mean that's something you do in football.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make the tackle, so you're just reacting and not thinking. So, nevertheless, I'm glad he's okay. They got.
I was just surprised by. Did you see the interview that he did last night?
Yeah, after the fact,
they said he goes, if they would have told me not to play football no more, I would have took it into consideration. I was like, whoa, okay. So he loves the game. Really loves the game.
Yeah.
And hopefully not to his own detriment long term. From a mental standpoint.
I mean, I know there's been conversations. I know there's been conversations about this, but from like a not neurological spot, but from a just a conversation piece. Devon Achane has the Guardian cap on. I'm surprised that it's almost to the point of we're still surprised that Tua doesn't, right? Or hasn't considered.
His helmet, he had an extra layer on the helmet, but it wasn't the Guardian pad. It was more like a solid one that was attached to it. I did see that. And he had, I don't know if that little head thing he had on under the helmet, if that was part of it too, maybe. That was new headgear within the helmet too. So, and two players, it was him and another of his teammates had it on too.
I was just surprised, because we see it on Achane, right? But then not to have it with Tua, even though there are precautions taken, obviously. Yeah. I'm surprised that they're not trying to convince him to go, hey, go the entire distance here, man. Like, be as safe as possible with this. Yeah. Especially since it's optional now in the NFL.
Yeah.
You would figure with, like I said, I'm not going to tell somebody what they should and shouldn't do when it comes on there, but when you have extra protection and the number of injuries he's had to the noggin, it's kind of like, bro, I may not be the most comfortable thing, may not look good, but who cares? Yeah. But again, that's that man's business. I mean,
the helmet held up last night because I thought when he got hit with that knee, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. It wasn't direct hit. It was kind of office a little bit, but it didn't look good either way.
Absolutely.
Did not look good.
Well, the Dolphins take care of the Rams last night again, 23-15. Tua was 20 for 28, 270 yards, had 1 INT, 3 sacks on last night. The Rams, Stafford actually didn't play a horrible game. He was 32 for 46, 293 yards, but his line couldn't protect him. He had 1 INT, but he was sacked 4 times.
Yeah.
My defense was back there like it was a backyard barbecue, and they was all invited, as far as that goes, man. They like AG always said, they was in there moving furniture.
Yeah, 100%. I I think it's a good idea for us we should stay on time here.
Yes. We got a lot to talk about. Change.
Hour.
Folks, we'll be right back with the quick history segment where we hop into changes. It's the ticket. It's Tuesday. Ride with us. We'll be right back.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Imagine a world where your office IT runs smoothly, securely, and effortlessly. A day where you aren't worried about the next outage or password compromise. At Hamilton, we take care of everything from monitoring and maintenance to security and support. We partner with your business to design integrated technology solutions that fit your needs now and your goals for the future. With on-site and remote IT support options, we're always just a call or click away. Elevate your IT with Hamilton Managed IT. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
This week's 93.7 The Ticket Athlete of the Week is Kip Brigham of Wahoo High School. Brigham recorded 221 rushing yards on 29 carries while finding the end zone 4 times in top-seeded Wahoo's 53-14 win over number 5 Boys Town in last Friday's game. Wahoo now advances to face 6-seeded Auburn in the C1 semifinals this Friday. The Ticket's Athlete of the Week is powered by 3 Pillars Performance. Unlock your peak performance with the expert instruction at 3 Pillars Performance in Lincoln and online at 3pillarsperformance.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, take over $11,000 off a 2024 Ford F-150. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004296, MSRP of $66,645. Must finance with Ford Motor Company and have a qualifying trade and approved credit. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/13/24. See delivery details.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Early break. Crap for this. I was not in the stands for the blocked field goal kick.
This is what? I did what? You did the
I knew.
again?
No, this is why.
Oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Whatever you're going to say, I'm not even going to believe.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride. There you go. There you go, dog.
You don't have to let us know that you're letting it ride. You just have to just do it. You don't have to vocalize.
Nick, why just count one day? One day you be nice to me. One day.
Well, Raff, I find out you're leaving town today.
You found out last week I was leaving town. Gee, many Christmas. Oh my goodness.
Raff, you didn't kind of sneak up on us, dog.
No,
Thank
you. No, I didn't.
Thank you very much.
It's almost like you want to make it a secret or something. Like, bro, it's all good.
Yeah, there's no secret. I told you guys last week.
Feels like you're trying to be covert about it.
Last time you said, when am I going back? I said that next Tuesday. And you went, oh, so soon?
Yeah,
you were mean to me then. You were mean to me then, too.
A week and a half in Lincoln, a week and a half too long.
Yeah.
What?
That conversation's history. It is time for history right now, ladies and gentlemen. Not going down that rabbit hole. Everyone's heard about testosterone replacement therapy, but how do you know who to trust? Ageless Men's Health is the nation's leader in testosterone and weight loss. No upselling, no necessary supplements, just real solutions. With a team of registered nurses and nurse practitioners, they look at your whole health and create a playbook you'll understand. They use the best products, including HCG, to keep your body safe and protect your fertility. This is the best team in the game, and they're ready to earn your trust. Google Ageless Men's Health Lincoln and check out their 175 plus 5-star reviews. And this day, oh boy, 2014, actually not this day, this week in Husker history, Nebraska hopped out to a 17-3 lead. Who were they playing? 17-3. Who were we playing? 17-3. And then it went ugly real quick.
And they went ugly?
Yep, real quick.
Well, when does it always go ugly? With
You're
Nebraska?
like, AD, which year? Not this one. Not this one.
This game took place actually on November 15th. November 15th.
And you just looked it up.
I'm going to go Wisconsin.
Yes.
I was saying,
Melvin Gordon game?
Melvin Gordon played like he was a video game.
That's the one game I was at. Yeah.
Yes, AG. Remember you told him, listen, don't get it twisted.
Yeah. We got 5 national titles, what y'all got? That's what I said to him.
The only thing I think about when I think about this game is thank you, Samaje Perine, the next week.
Broke it the next
week.
week.
Who broke it the next week, which is crazy.
Oklahoma.
That was even more impressive.
This game I was speaking at Appalachian State, I'll never forget. And we're sitting there at an establishment watching it, lounge, and an older white gentleman comes up to me after Melvin Gordon ran for he was already at 300 and something yards.
He sat out the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he didn't play the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
Comes to me in these bibbies. He goes, taps me on the shoulder because he see I have my Husker gear on everything.
Yeah.
AG.
Huskered up. That's what you do.
And he goes, "Hey, buddy, it'll get better, but it's probably gonna get worse before it gets better." I'm like, "Hey, appreciate the encouragement."
And 10 years later, here we go.
Yeah, here we still are. 25 carries, 408 yards.
Wow.
They scored 56 unanswered points on that team that day.
Exactly.
That was my history. I want to make it history in my head. Raff, what do you got?
All right. I got 2 birthdays. Born on this day in 1876, Archibald Moonlight Graham.
And?
Oh! I only wanted to say it to you, AD, because I was wondering if you know what movie that's from.
Tell everybody though.
Well, no, I wanted to test you.
Say it again.
I just wanted to see the
Archibald
Moonlight Graham was born on this day in 1876.
1876. Like we're all supposed to know exactly what it is.
I bet the text line know. Is the text line?
It's a history lesson.
Who is Archibald Moonlight Graham? Text line. Please help my co-hosts out here.
It says on this day in history, Raff.
Oh, there it is.
I've never even seen
Raff takes another trip to
Field of Dreams.
No, man. I'm thinking like, okay.
Field of Dreams. Oh, I haven't watched that in a while. I need to watch it.
I've never seen it before.
All right. I just thought it was cool that he was born on this date. You know, it was a great movie. You got to watch Field of Dreams.
Fullback Trap knows. Yeah, I got. Actually,
it's a great
I
movie.
need to watch that.
You've got to watch it.
I need to watch Field of Dreams. Fullback Trap. Yeah, the OJ CJ. Fullback Trap. Unknown Texture 5871. Yeah, I've never seen it.
And then my second birthday today. Do you believe in miracles? Al Michaels turns 80 years old today.
That's impossible. Are you serious?
8-0.
Wow.
And then my last bit of little history I got is I just want to give a little brief rest in peace to John Robinson, who passed away.
Yeah.
89 years old.
89.
Pretty wild. You know, he had those powerful teams with USC, and he was the Rams
coach.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of his career, or after he retired, he sold everything and moved down to Baton Rouge. So Coach Bush, when he was at LSU, sat in the meeting room every day with John Robinson.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah. So he said, Coach Bush said they'd get there early before meetings, and he would ask him, about Marcus Allen and all the players, Eric Dickerson and all the players he'd coached.
That is crazy cool.
Hmm.
Actually, old dad 34. Let me get you on here. You were asking about so my scaper said Little Giants, wasn't that? Unknown texture. I proposed to my wife between third base and pitcher's mound at the Field of Dreams. Raff has been there. Yeah. Old dad 34. You're thinking of George Flippin. George Flippin was the first black player to play football for Nebraska. Went on to become a doctor.
That's what I was thinking of. I'm like,
Yes.
maybe he's going down that road.
Yeah, George Flippin became the first black player to play football for Nebraska, became a doctor. And do you guys know where he was his doctor at?
Oh,
you got it. Right down the road.
Yeah, I know it. It's not Grand Island. It's right.
Just the west of us.
Yeah, and I cannot think of
I'm not even going to tell you. Just think about it. Like, not Seward, a little further west of Seward.
Oh man,
he was a doctor for
What was said already?
I'm gonna kick myself.
Columbus, Hastings.
No.
Is it York?
York.
Greeley. No.
Nope. You got it. Raff.
Greeley's
Nope.
Colorado.
Worms.
Nope.
What?
Worms, Nebraska. Have you ever been there, AG?
No, I have not been to
You've
Worms.
never been to Worms, Nebraska? You got to go. Put that on your map of places to go.
We've got a comment North Platte.
Nah, I know it when you say
It starts with an S.
Oh, Scottsbluff?
No, not that far
No.
west.
Seward. No.
I said Seward already.
Yeah, you said Seward.
Ends with a G.
Sprague.
Nope.
That also does not end with a G.
Starts with an S. Starts with an S. Ends with a G.
Oh man, I'm gonna kick myself when you say it.
Who's my favorite football team?
Oh, the Steelers.
No, but what's their other name though?
Pittsburgh.
So the last part of their name,
Gothenburg.
Sterling.
Oh no,
for the sake of time, Stromsburg.
Nobody was gonna guess that. Nobody was gonna guess that. Nowhere on God's green earth anybody was gonna guess that.
I'm not sure which one of those histories were worse, whether it was Raff's Archibald dead silence
Moonlight
or us
Graham.
just continuing to just guess.
I said a town west of here that starts with an S. At least I gave you a hint.
You did. You did.
I said it starts with an S, ends with a G.
What's the population? That's all I want to know. What's the
Stromsburg.
population?
I have no idea, man. Stromsburg can't be more than, I would say, 3,500.
Any guesses, Raff? AG?
Say
Probably that.
2850.
I'll say that.
1,028.
Oh, yep.
Even lower.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got some good food in Stromsburg, though.
Look
AG,
at that.
what do you got, my man?
Man, I got a game that Nick might have played because he's so young, being a kid that he is. What is it? Super Mario Galaxy Adventure on the Wii. Came out November 12th, 2007.
I only ever played Super Mario Brothers 2.
I played Super Mario Kart. Was that the one?
Just Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Yeah, it's just Mario Kart. That's a good one. The Mario Galaxy is the ultimate Nintendo hero is taking the ultimate step into space. So Joe Mario, as he ushers in a new area of games, defying gravity across all the planets in Galaxy. When some creatures escape into space, like with Princess Peach, Mario gives a chase, exploring bizarre planets across the galaxy. Mario, Peach, and enemies, new and old, are there. So there you go.
Dang.
I've heard of those games, but just never played them before.
You're missing out. Those are some good ones.
Classics.
The Super Marios are really good.
All the Super Marios, you could ride or die with those.
Yeah.
Play them.
You got to play that in Black Ops 6 now. AD.
Okay.
That's a jump. He probably get motion sickness.
I would. I
Black
don't even know
Ops.
what's to push.
No, it's
No idea.
He would know. He would not. He would
I'd
just
be
be
lost.
getting he'd be getting headshot all of the.
Use your brain.
We just have to adjust the sensitivity so AD's just moving in like super slow motion the entire time.
Yeah.
Only problem is everybody else around him is not.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be dead.
Nobody. Everybody else 100 miles per hour.
Right?
Yeah.
Folks, we'll be right back. We have a lot to discuss regarding changes. I want to get your opinion too. In fact, during the break, let us know, what are your feelings about the change? With 3 games left of the season for Nebraska football. We'll discuss it. It's The Drive.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
The Link Grill, Draft, and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at the lnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?
Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe. Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings & Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Imagine a world where your office IT runs smoothly, securely, and effortlessly. A day where you aren't worried about the next outage or password compromise. At Hamilton, we take care of everything from monitoring and maintenance to security and support. We partner with your business to design integrated technology solutions that fit your needs now and your goals for the future. With on-site and remote IT support options, we're always just a call or click away. Elevate your IT with Hamilton Managed IT. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
This week's 93.7 The Ticket Athlete of the Week is Kip Brigham of Wahoo High School. Brigham recorded 221 rushing yards on 29 carries while finding the end zone 4 times in top-seeded Wahoo's 53-14 win over number 5 Boys Town in last Friday's game. Wahoo now advances to face 6-seeded Auburn in the C1 semifinals this Friday. The Ticket's Athlete of the Week is powered by 3 Pillars Performance. Unlock your peak performance with the expert instruction at 3 Pillars Performance in Lincoln and online at 3pillarsperformance.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Early break.
You're going to give me crap for this? I was not in the stands for the blocked field goal kick. This is what? I did what? You did the
I knew.
again?
No, this is why.
Oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Whatever you're going to say, I'm not even going to believe.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East Sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Hour 2 is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Oh, something about change.
If I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
Of course, we all know this. Dana Holgerson yesterday. In case you don't know, I'm not going to assume anything. In case you don't know, Matt Rule made a monumental move in making a change from Marcus Satterfield to Dana Holgerson to be not only calling plays on Saturday at USC at 3 p.m. there in LA, but also for the entire rest of the season. And he wants to possibly look at next season as well. Do we have that soundbite just of him making that announcement, Rico?
Give me 1 second.
So that was a monumental move right there. And
It was quick, too.
Yeah, it was very quick.
He jumped on the podium and goes,
yep.
And we got Dana Holgerson. This is be calling plays in North Dakota today. All right, have a good day.
And he made the changes. He made that announcement quick. The OCs, neither one of the
You know
OCs.
the opening statement when he just first said it.
Yes.
All right, Dylan. We'll try to practice tomorrow. We'll see where he's at. We'll get both him and Heinrich ready. Obviously, we made the move with Dana last week. He will call the plays this week and serve as the offensive coordinator moving forward.
You know, he made that.
He sounds hurt. He sounds like he knows that this is the right move, but he really didn't want to do it because he's friends with Satterfield. Like, that's his boy.
Well, yeah, he definitely did not want to do it. I mean, it'd be like one of us demoting each other.
Yeah.
I mean, and he wouldn't be human in my opinion. It's like, hey, he wanted to show some humanity with it. Here's a few things before we hop into it, though. Here's a few. And I'm going to go around everybody kind of get here's a few of the pros and the cons I have with it. First of all, I'm going to say this. Here's some of the pros. You inject fresh energy, can re-energize the team and the staff, and you show the people, you show your team that look, it's a renewed purpose here. We'll see what happens with that. So that's the first thing. You inject some fresh energy and morale. Number two, it shows it takes courage to make moves like this. It shows adaptability. You show your team you're willing to step outside your norm for their benefit. This can instill confidence in the players, reinforce the idea that we're part of a great environment, and we got to be willing to change. If I'm asking guys to make a change at the line of scrimmage, I got to be able to make an audible myself as the head coach. Third thing I have right there is setting the precedent. It's a bold move, and he positions himself potentially as a forward-thinking coach. Who knows? That's yet to be determined. Here are the cons. It's a big risk because if you do continue to struggle, there's a lot more things. You exacerbate things that are already going wrong. Disruption of team dynamics is number two as part of my cons. There's a potential disruption of it. Implementing maybe a new approach because we don't know if he's going to keep what they've been doing, which would make a lot of sense, or if he's going to come in and maybe make some minor adjustments, which are already currently going on. Make a remodel, if you will. You're not tearing the house down, but you are going to change some decorations and repaint the walls. We don't know that yet. And number three, there's major pressure on Rule right now. There's going to be pressure on him regardless. He was danged if he does, danged if he doesn't, but there's some added pressure there as well. So kind of my pros and cons of it. Do I personally agree? AG, you've been in corporate America. Raff, you've been in corporate America. Nick, you've been in corporate America. Leadership is not easy. So let's throw football out of it for a second. This is all about leadership. leadership, you are going to be sometimes danged if you do, danged if you don't. But I look at it this way. I think it's a move to where it was needed. Timing of it is going to be it's either here or there. But timing of it, we've already seen what's been going on this past 9 weeks, 10 weeks after you put the layoffs. I mean, the bye weeks, there's actually 11 weeks with the 2 byes. We've seen that. This making a bowl game, you guys, right now is crucial for more reasons than we have time to discuss. It is crucial to make a bowl game. If we don't get to a bowl game this year, and as Sip said, if it's dark down there at that stadium, and literally, if they're out of there by December, there's no bowl game, there's no practice, etc., it's going to be a very, very, very long winter here at the University of Nebraska Athletic Department regarding football. So as far as the move, who knows how it's going to work out? I don't fault the move, though, because something had to change.
I think the bowl game is even more important now than what it would have been if they would have kept the prior regime, just for the fact that now if you get that bowl game, you're going to get that extra practice. And if that's
practices, plural.
Yeah. And if Holgerson is, like Coach Rule said, he hopes that, he'll stay again next year. Hope, kind of fingers crossed he does not get a head coaching job anywhere, but that would be extra practices to where you can start to install the offense that he wants to install, because I've got to believe if you're coming in to be the offense coordinator, you're going to want to install the offense that you feel most comfortable with to give you the best opportunities.
AG.
Yeah, man, I'm still processing everything. I listened to the presser a couple times yesterday, and it was some good stuff out of it. Is where he's owning up to a lot of the mistakes. Matt Rule's owning up to a lot of mistakes and a lot of things going on, and obviously his decision is moving on with Holgerson, and also saying, and it also says a lot about Satterfield, saying that he's going to stay on and help coach in as an assistant role and not a coordinator role. So it says a lot about his character as well. So it's just, from there is then how the players are going to process this, and then how they're going to react to it. And I say go along with it, basically, because that's what they got to do. They got to go along. They got to quick sell, buy in, quick purchase there, buy into Holgerson and what he's talking about. But I also heard a good thing where he mentioned something about it's not going to be like an overhaul of the whole offense. It's going to be more detailed stuff to what we're already doing. So I'm like, okay, that I like to hear that, because then the players are not learning a whole new language, barrier right now, because if they try to do that, then it's going to be tough. So just going with what's already been installed is a good thing. He is going to put in some accents here, a little seasoning here of what he would have done if he had been the full-time coordinator, other than starting with 3 games left in the season. So I like hearing that dialogue from Coach Rule yesterday about what Dana's going to do once he gets in the spot and get in here for a full week, and then the rest of the weeks that's coming up.
Nick.
Yeah, so I have a couple of different angles on this. First, to AG's point, I think there's a lot of misconceived information and just lack of knowledge from a lot of maybe people on the outside that think that Dana Holgerson's going to come and just completely change the offense. That's not realistic. That's not why Matt Rule would have brought him in with 3 games remaining on the schedule. I think that, like AG said, the detail piece of it, the players still have to play. And Matt Rule mentioned that just because there's a new voice, you're going to need guys to go out and make plays. And so as much as this was on the coordinator, it's as much on Dylan, or it's on Heinrich, or whoever starts at QB.
It's on the player. Yep. I love that part too.
It's just as much on Jamal Banks and Isaiah Nair on Saturday to be able to get separation on the perimeter, or Emmett Johnson in the backfield to make a guy miss. Like all of that, no matter who's in the building calling the plays, that all stays the same. Another angle of this that I thought was really interesting, guys, this is not the first time that Matt Rule's made an in-season change. He fired Joe Brady as the offensive coordinator in Carolina back in 2021 in the middle of the season. However, we're starting to see this shift in collegiate athletics where from a big picture standpoint, early signing day is on December 4th. Mm-hmm. It's less than 2 weeks following Nebraska's last regular season game against Iowa. It's the following Wednesday. And so Nebraska needs to have a plan in place going forward. And so I think a lot of people were thrown off by Matt Rule just basically coming out yesterday and just, number one, publicly saying that everything he did, but number two, saying, yeah, you know what, going forward, we hope Dana Holgerson's our offensive coordinator. You have to. Yeah. And that's why you see Florida State making all these changes and all these other programs making changes, is because as that early signing day quickly approaches, from a recruiting standpoint,
you need to be able to tell recruits what your plan is going forward.
Well, you look at Eastern, Nick, you're spot on with that. You look at Eastern Carolina, they fired their coach 2 weeks ago, now, I believe. You look at Oklahoma, fired their OC 2 weeks ago. Florida State, Norvell fires both of his coordinators and the receivers coach just earlier, just on Sunday, I believe that took place. And to your point, Nick, with that new signing date on December 4th, they don't have time. And it's kind of hard to sell recruit when you don't have someone named in place, or at least know the trajectory of your program moving forward. Because of these time changes, it's crucial. Why is this important for a bowl perspective? You guys, if nothing else, you have 3 winnable games with all dues and purpose. You have 3 winnable games. You're not playing at Ohio State. You're not playing
Georgia,
an Indiana again, or something. I mean, like just within your conference.
I know.
Something like that. You're not playing those. These, with the exception of Iowa, people can knock. I'm not saying people can knock Iowa all they want. Iowa is a decent football team. That's the bottom line. They get it done in November. Okay, but you have games that you can win. Nebraska not to go to a bowl game is monumental in a number of areas. Recruiting, as you just mentioned, Nick. You don't go to bowl game then. I mean, it's a bad taste in your mouth. Number 2. I would even say from a financial standpoint, those two are not mutually exclusive, both together. If you don't go to a bowl game, the amount of revenue that you also miss on. Now, you're not going to obviously one of these a huge bowl, but it's still revenue. Okay. Thirdly, the number of practices you get in, it's like a mini spring ball when you get those certain ones. When we were playing back in the day, when we went to a bowl game, we didn't think about it. We just knew we weren't going to be home for Christmas. Those were extra practices like the knuckleheads like me. It was literally a mini spring that you had to get extra reps in. And coaches actually, if you weren't playing for like a national championship, coaches were already looking at what you could possibly do for the spring. So it's another evaluation time you have for that. Fourthly, which I think is also monumental, for the psyche of Matt Rule and his staff and for the state-wise. Well, you go 0 for 3 again. You're now 5-23 in November. You don't want to go 5-25 since 2017 as far as November goes. These games are winnable. They're attainable. You got to get a bowl game in.
And another point that I will add also is it's also going to be advantageous for the assistant coaches, because a lot of offense coordinators, they want to bring in their own coaches too to coach their offense. So if you make it to a bowl game, that's going to give you a little bit longer time to where Dana Holgerson can look at the offensive staff right now, your tight ends coach, your receivers coach, offensive line coach, and get to know them better. So I not only is this, key for the players, I think it's also key for those coaches too, because like I said, a lot of the times when you hire, especially like we don't know what Dana Holgerson, if he's, wanting to bring in his offense. And if it's that, you're going to want to bring in the coaches that know that offense the best to coach it. So it's going to be an interesting next, 3-4 months again.
It will be. And AG, I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on this piece of it, because while we won't hear from Dana Holgerson today, we're not hearing from coordinators. We're not hearing from coordinators at all this week. Tony White will be on the Husker Football Weekly radio show on the Huskers Radio Network this week, but we will not hear from Dana Holgerson. I don't want to gloss over this without acknowledging just how unprecedented of a move this is. I mean, in all reality, this wasn't Nebraska just elevating somebody else that was already on staff. This isn't Nebraska just shifting play calls. This is bringing in a brand new body in the last week and a half. And while Dana Holgerson has been on campus before, back in January and potentially other times, this is still somebody that has not been around your program on a day-to-day basis this season.
Absolutely.
And now with a very crucial 3 games coming up for a lot of people involved, you're bringing him into the space to take over the offense, not just be a part of it, but to take over as the lead voice in the offense.
Lead the meetings.
This is an unprecedented move for especially for a program at the caliber of Nebraska. I don't want to gloss over that and just think, yeah, you know what, Nebraska's got this offensive coordinator. Because, yeah, sure, it would have been big news if Nebraska would have elevated a position coach to offensive coordinator and taken away play calling duties. It would have been a big news, but then it would have been, business as usual. This is unprecedented in the situation, AG, to where Dana Holgerson has not been here day to day.
Yeah. No, it's huge. Yes, is it. Go ahead.
I thought they were going to give him the play calling, but they'd leave Satterfield as the offense coordinator. I was completely stunned when it was both. I was like, wow.
Go ahead, AG. Go ahead, AG.
No, I mean, that's what Matt Rule, he had in his mind. He had what he wanted to do with Dana coming in and where he wanted to see things go. That's what he felt, yes, as he said, as a leader. And so now, like I said, it's on him if it doesn't go right. But if either way, it's on him. If it goes right, if it goes great, for the players' sake. And I wanted to go right for that standpoint, for the players. And I say all the coaches on that staff too, because they put in a lot of good work. Unfortunately, it's a 3-game losing streak right now. That's football. That's life.
Right.
You got to adjust. And like I said, I'll reiterate when he said this is on. I need y'all to play freshmen. I need y'all to show up now. I need y'all to play seniors. This is y'all last hoorah. Let's go. So he's putting that onus on those players' shoulders, and they should be able to handle it. This is professional level football where he's like, look, you got to show up and play. We got to execute. We got to make plays, and we got to go out there with a sense of urgency and go out there and produce good football out there on the football field and not have a situation where we go into a 4-game losing streak. We got to put that behind us and look at forward of getting this win going out to LA.
It's kind of interesting, guys, because there's also this dark cloud hanging over the top to where in bowl clinching game opportunities, Matt Rule is 0-7 in Nebraska. There's also that dark cloud that we can't just forget about, right? Yeah. So Nebraska, for many different angles, many different reasons, they need to win one of these games to get off the schneid, really. I mean, in all honesty. And because to AG, to expand on that point, you don't want to be at the end of the season and go, wow, Nebraska's now 0-10. They were 5-3 at one point, both seasons, 5-2 in 2024. And yet both years were unable to make a bowl game, make postseason play with the extra practices, with the added financial boost, with the boost that could potentially give recruiting that Nebraska hasn't had since 2017. Now, on top of all of that, what's even crazier in my eyes is the idea that, as I try to formulate my opinion, we don't know about Dylan Raiola's health this Saturday.
Yeah, we don't even know he's playing yet.
Matt Rule talked about it. There's two things that I really gathered in addition to this offensive coordinator news yesterday from the press conference. One is the quarterback situation, where Matt Rule said Dylan will, quote, try to practice tomorrow, which is today. The second one is that they are so heavily invested in their young guys, and they feel like they're young guys in those rooms, the Ja'Cory Barneys of the team. Those guys will be able to move the program along so far. They gave the seniors time off last week. Yep. They told them they said, all right, we're giving you a couple of days off. The young guys stuck around. They are heavily invested in the future of this program.
We'll say this real quick before you go to break, because we're going to talk about this remaining of the show and kind of get your opinions too. There's a lot of questions on here. I see Munden. Good morning to you, brother. Goes, I believe Dana won't change a lot in the plays, but what he will do, which I believe will be the biggest positive, is what he calls plays in a certain situations to create a rhythm, which Sat didn't do. Also, I can see him substituting so much during drives. That's a good point right there. John in Southeast Lincoln.
The substitution piece comes a lot from position coaches at times as well.
Yeah, for his packages.
Right.
Because there's times on the sideline to where, in our playing days, to where Coach Osborne calls something, Coach Brown will be looking because we practice package situations.
Yes. So to your point, AD, it's like, yeah, sure. The lead voice in those spaces was going to be Satterfield or is now Holgerson, but it's on Garrett McGuire to throw the right guys out there. And it's on EJ Barthel to throw the right running back out there and vice versa. So there's got to be that trust quickly developed between those guys.
John in Southeast Lincoln here says, good morning, guys. Do you think that we could see some players that have been on the scout team play? Raffy?
Yeah, I think anything's possible right now. And then also, too, we're getting down to that zone that when you have not played, remember, if you are a red shirt, you can play 4 games.
Yeah.
So now we're getting down to the end of the year with those 3 games left. You might see some guys out there that have not seen much of the field this year, if maybe just 1 game so far. So I'd say everything's open, but I'm excited to see just his play calling, because it gets lost a lot in football, but play calling in football is kind of like an art form, the rhythm, and it's going to be fun to watch him call plays just to see if he's got that touch to it or not. It's not rough and choppy and just throwing stuff on a board and hoping that it sticks. So it's going to be fun to watch on Saturday.
It'll be interesting to watch, and I'm going to get to some more before we go to break. I want to say this though, because we're all got our ears out there. We hear a lot of things, see a lot of things. I don't know Marcus Satterfield. some people do. I don't know him. I've seen, even when I was out in South Carolina, there's some things that I've shared with some buddies of mine, things when I was out in South Carolina, people had said, I'm never going to take personal shots at a person.
And I'm never going to root for somebody to get fired or demoted.
I'm just, this is personnel, not personal.
Yeah.
This is it's no different. Like I said, Nick, if
results driven business,
that's what it is, man. This is a business, man. It's never personal, but it's like one of my good buddies told me, who's coached college football 30 plus years. He goes, never hire who you can't fire. Exactly. It's never personal when it goes, because they wouldn't have brought you on if they didn't like you anyway.
Yeah.
So this is not a personal thing. This is a personnel thing. Nick, like I said before, and I've said this example times, AG, you would be a terrible leader if you brought me in and I was not taking care of my business in one of your gaming camps, when your gaming schools, gaming classes. AD, it's not personal. You don't know what you're not getting it done, bro. It's not personal.
Yeah.
Nick, if you brought me to the board, I'm trying to run this board, but I'm just not getting it done. I'm missing the breaks. I'm messing up buttons. And it's nothing personal. We still boys, but I can't have you running the board.
It's really fascinating because there's I continue to use the word angles because there's just so many different avenues I think you can look at this as. I mean, AG, let me ask you this question. What if you're sitting there as Glenn Thomas? I mean, you were brought in as, and this is not me trying to cause disruption between the staff, obviously, but what you're brought in as the quarterback's coach and co-offensive coordinator, specifically given that title. And now they bring in somebody once again, not from the staff. Like it goes right back to that unprecedented part of they go to somebody who's been on the outside. And obviously, I'll be honest, I don't know the interior conversations. Maybe Glenn Thomas was like, you know what? Listen, man, I don't want to call plays because guess what? Everybody hears about the not the dumpster fire, the pressure cooker that Nebraska football can be, including Matt Rule. But then once you get in it and you actually got your feet to the fire, man, I think you really start to experience it.
There's so many angles. I mean, that you can just go down a rabbit hole because you think to yourself, okay, say it comes in the last 3 games, offense picks up its pace a little bit, he gets a head coaching job. Okay, now what do? You lean back on your coaches that are here, or do you go out and find somebody else? I mean, it's wild world we live in.
And Elliston, Illinois asked, did Nebraska already waste Carter Nelson's red shirt? Carter Nelson's played in every single game this year. He's played in every single game. He has 8 catches and a touchdown this year. And so, I mean, there's a couple of those guys. Matt Rule did make a good point. He said that Matt Rule mentioned that he told Dana Holgorsen, everybody's available to you. However, from a program standpoint, Matt Rule did specify and say, if we promised not to burn somebody's red shirt, we are going to honor that promise. So you still got to look forward towards the future of what's going to be most beneficial for Nebraska as a program in 2025 and so on and so forth. And not just, you win now, but find guys that can win now without breaking promises and being, untrustworthy.
Yeah, Nick, to your question there, you was about to ask, you didn't get to it, was about the one coach that
Glenn Thomas.
Glenn Thomas. I say as a professional, you say, you know what, I gotta roll with the punches and eat this. But also as a professional, you could say, you know what, I don't like this, but for the team's sake, I'm gonna do my job.
Right.
But we need to have a conversation later, when the season's over, and we can handle our business then. But now it's in season, so I'm gonna be about the team. So I'm not gonna bring up no drama because we don't need no more drama. That's what I would say if I'm Glenn Thomas, to say, hey, I'm gonna address it, but we're not gonna do that now. We're gonna do football now, so we can win these games, get to a bowl game, and then once the season is over, then we're gonna have that conversation about my role and what the future looks like.
Go ahead, Nick.
Because I mean, guys, and I know we've all received text, personal phone on the text line, but text personally. I just got a couple yesterday of once again. I mean, this is paraphrasing who I got it from. Once again, you have 2 guys on staff that are making collectively $2.2 million, and you can't get it figured out. Like there's that piece of it too. And that's not me trying to be negative. That's not me trying, if the university's listening right now, that's not me trying to come at them and be like, wow, look at all these guys not doing their jobs and getting paid all this money. Because I'm not reaching anybody's pocketbooks right now. But there's that side of it all as well of man, when you initially hired these guys, even somebody like Glenn Thomas that you brought on in the offseason, when Dana Holgorsen was a part of this, the identifying of talent, not only players, but coaches, that's something that at the end of the season, if Nebraska does not make a bowl game, we seriously need to talk about because the list is continuously growing on misidentification, on just missing out on talent. You can talk about the quarterback room last year. You can talk about coaching staff decisions.
I was going to say,
like
and
there's everything there that if Nebraska, if it does not turn around, there need to be conversations, just because Nebraska football is the main driver for so many people in this state.
Yeah, there's a lot out there riding. There's a lot out there riding. And you guys, I can't emphasize this point enough. We don't know what we're going to see. We just don't know.
Air raid, right, Raff? Did you hear Matt Rule yesterday? Sorry, did you hear Matt Rule? He was like, "You're not going to just install the air raid in a week," and I was like, "Oh, they're doing it."
You smell what do you say? You smell
a beef and
But you
cheese.
could, you could install.
Cheese.
You could install a few of those concepts.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, but then once again, it's you have Matt Rule saying we got to establish.
So he's
the run.
thinking about it. He is thinking
he
about it.
acknowledged the air raid.
Well,
That's
tell
all
you
that
what,
matters.
when we come back, folks, we're going to dive more into this and look at the numbers.
AG shaking his head.
Where Dana Holgorsen has been, what were his numbers at past stops, where he's been, where they rank at, etc. Obviously, let's just get to know more about who the person who's going to be at the controls of the offensive keyboard. So we'll talk about when we come back, folks. It's The Drive. It's Tuesday, 93.7.
Power I Air Raid.
Oh, Lord.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
The Link Grill Draft and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at thelnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, don't be red.
Post Malone is teaming up with Raising Cane's to empower the next generation of artists. For a limited time, 2 exclusive double-sided Post Malone posters are available at Raising Cane's. So post up your combo at Cane's while supplies last and support a good cause. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raising Cane's, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, brisk outside, fall day. AD making his way to the mic. The legend of the fall.
I'm making my way back down to the mic, and I'm homebound.
Oh, boy.
Well, AG, fellas, Rick. I said Rick. I was thinking somebody else I was talking to.
What'd you mean? You mean Nick?
I met Nick, but I was talking to a Rick out there earlier. You look at.
No.
Will you please forgive me?
You look at the show every day.
You look at where. Yeah, this is the guy that comes in with an insult. Good morning.
Whoa.
Hey, Nick. Good morning.
I might say an insult, but I say your name respectfully.
He means it with love, with all due respect.
Nick, good morning. Screw off, AD.
Yeah, exactly,
oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah. At least I don't call you AG.
Yeah. No, AGZ.
Yeah.
2007. Yeah. 2007, Holgerson was with the Red Raiders. 2007, points per game, 40. But I'm going to kind of go with just what they ranked that in the nation.
Do you remember who that quarterback was that year?
Wasn't Gumby. No,
it was Graham Harrell.
Graham Harrell.
One of the most prolific passing quarterbacks to ever play college football.
And he had a litany of receivers, too.
He does.
Michael Crabtree was one for sure.
Yeah, Gumby.
Dude, he had over 5,000 passing yards in a single season in 07.
Well, and oh, boy. Folks, I'm reading this not as a saying just to simply say, most of you have done your research already. Some of you haven't, and that's fine too. Some folks have more time than others to even look at stuff like that. You're kind of like, who kind of is this Dan Holgorsen guy? What's going on with this guy? Who is he? Well, 2007 Texas Red Raiders. I'm just going to read not every stat, but as far as points per game, number 7 in the country. Yards per game, number 2 in the country. 2008, when he was in Houston as offensive coordinator, passing yards per game, they were number 2 in the country. Rushing yards, number 47 in the country. They averaged 161, which we would gladly receive 161. By the way, our offense is ranked 99th in the country right now, so just kind of a point of reference. 2010 Okie State offensive coordinator. Yards per game, number 3 in the country. Passing yards per game, number 2. Running yards, number 36. West Virginia, he was the head coach. Points per game, number 9. Yards per game, number 15. Passing yards, number 6. Running yards, little low on that one, 92. 2012, similar numbers. 2013, similar. Actually, 2013 went down a little bit. 2014 went up. 2015, but more recently, okay, when he was at West Virginia back in 2018, they were up there again. At Houston, he got fired last year on November 23rd after losing season, but had just signed a contract extension. Houston kind of had a knee-jerk reaction by getting rid of him because he had 2 good years and they released him after a bad year. But even with those numbers, they still were doing well. Hence the problem is, not the problem, hence the kind of the storyline is, you look at passing yards per game, consistently ranked in the top 15. Which, I understand that. We'll see what happens. Running, they weren't horrible by any, they were better than 99th, put it that way. As far as it never had a year to where they were horrible, with an exception of 2018, they were number 76, but they're still averaging $160 on the ground. We're not averaging $160 on the ground. That is for sure.
Right.
So just a little bit about his background. That's who Holgorsen is. That's kind of been his of where he's been at. Yes, Hillsbury, what we just mentioned, averaged 170 overs per game his career. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what any of this means right now. What we will see, we won't see. I can't see them scrapping them. I remember, AG, think about this. There were days that very seldom that Coach Brown was maybe in another meeting taking care of something else, and we had our GA in there conducting the meetings. It was the same story, obviously same language, same everything else, but it was still different when it wasn't Coach Brown. So it's going to be interesting, Dick, to the point you brought up, and AG, that you brought up, and Raff, as you as well, how they respond. Think about this. This is their third voice. Glenn, Satterfield, now Dana.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Thoughts and comments.
I think right now, I think everybody's just, it's kind of like you said, it's almost like a tryout is the way I look at this. You know, like you're trying to, you want to impress the new coach. I mean, that's the key thing at the end of the day. I mean, if he is going to be the offense coordinator next year or from here on forward, not only is just the players wanting to impress, it's got to be those coaches who want to impress. I mean, everybody's kind of in a way, in today's world of college football, they're kind of all playing for their jobs right now.
Well, I think, right, it goes back to the results-driven business piece of it. Nebraska, on results-wise, position by position, especially offensively, I don't think you can say anywhere around the offense hasn't been good enough. So I think wide receivers haven't been good enough. The running backs haven't been good enough. Frankly, quarterbacks haven't either. And so to that point, Raff, you're right. You're proving it to the guy. I think also a lot of people are saying, why wouldn't you just fire Marcus Satterfield? I think it's different to demote, keep the same guy in place, have a little bit of continuity, but then at the end of the year, I would imagine that we'll see hey, this guy leaves staff, this guy finds a new job, just kind of that piece of it, which is okay. I mean, that's fine. But to kind of your part is, I mean, I think you're trying to show that you deserve to be at a place like Nebraska. And I think also the future of Dana Holgorsen's up in the air too. Yeah. So
I think that is very fair to say. Nick, do we have any more clips from Rule yesterday?
Yeah, let's break into the Dylan Raiola conversation because we have not talked about that. Here's just a quick one. We'll play two back. Oh, they have one that's will you consider installing the air raid? I'm gonna go against my better judgment. I'm gonna go against my better judgment and not play that one. Will Dylan Raiola? No, I can't help it. All right, will you consider installing the air raid?
Yeah, I think right now I'm just focused on right now. I mean, I think if you watch what Dana did at West Virginia, I mean, I think whether we're playing Lincoln Riley this week, right? They all have the air raid principles in them. I mean, everyone's going to run mesh and cross, and I mean, the plays that they invented, everyone runs, right? So it's it's really taken on a much bigger picture than that, if that makes sense. I think, Coach Leach was still doing purely the air raid, but I think when you watch what Coach Holgerson's done, when you watch what Coach Riley's done, they've built powerful offenses with big people on the football, play action, and yeah, they have some of those principles in there, but they adopt other things. So, but it's to me, this is an opportunity. I have Tony White, who I think is a great coach, who does some unique things, and he's adjusted his offense to our people, or his defense to our people, and I think it's been really good. And I think Coach Holgerson will adjust the offense to our people. And I don't know what 3 weeks from now holds. I have no idea. The off season's the off season, but this is not about next year. This is about right now. This is about us giving our guys the best chance to go out there and win at USC.
Nick and Raff and AG, one of those poignant things he said right in that press conference to me, this is about right now, not next year.
Mm-hmm.
This is about right now, not next year. He understands. He said, I'm not trying to speak for the guy, but the move galvanized my point. He understands this has got to be a now thing.
Yep.
There needs to be a change now. There needs to be a resurgence now. There needs to be a boost right now. There's got to be a change right now. This is not about next year, because, Nick, it goes back to your point. December 4th, you got some guys who have to make some decisions if they're going to sign at Nebraska or not. AG, you played at the highest level to where changes were made all the time. And we talked about the coaches ad nauseum, what they have to do. But from a player's perspective, because AG, I'm going to tell you, man, I personally feel, this is my own opinion, this is AD's opinion, the players are leaving a lot out there just effort-wise, man. I mean, just effort and energy-wise. I mean, I've seen jogging. I've seen just – and I know it goes both ways, but, of course, the coaches – people always say the coaches get paid. Yes, but there's some players there's a lot of players being paid as well.
Now, paying now, right.
So my thing is this. Is some onus on the players as well?
100%. Players got to play. I mean, you're college football, you're a college student athlete. So one, you got to hit the books, pass your classes. And then two, you got to play ball. You got to play volleyball, baseball, whatever sport you're in. You got to commit to that sport and be the best that you possibly can be. I mean, unfortunate situation popped up now this year for the football team being in the situation that they're in. So this is going to be new territory for young players, because I didn't have to, you, AD, and we didn't have to face this at the college level. I faced this several times at the professional level, where I knew a coaching staff may not be my next year coaching staff. Playing at Seattle in my first year, I've mentioned it a few times on the show that in 1998, Dennis Erickson was on the hot seat for literally the whole season.
Yeah.
From day one in training camp, we started the season 6-0, and we finished the season 8-8, and we knew it was just a ticking time clock. And then probably, I think it was maybe 2 weeks after our season ended, that's when the announcement was made that Coach Erickson and his staff was fired. And at the time, they're searching. I'm not sure if they had Mike Holmgren right away. I can't remember, but I remember eventually Mike Holmgren coming in. That was the first time. And then the second time was my years in Green Bay, where we had a tumultuous year. We had an offense that was decimated with injuries. I was one of the casualties in 2005, and we went 4-12 that year. That, I say, if anything, that was the shock, because it was like, it was nothing on Coach Sherman on what happened with injuries. You can't put that on a coach. But the president at the time, I think it was Harlan, decided to move on for Mike Sherman and bring Mike McCarthy in, where he was kind of up and coming at that time. And so we had an okay year. We went 9-7 in 2006, and then 2007 they had that one bleep year where they went to the NFC Championship game, lost to the Giants, so on and so forth. So there was some success going on. But that, for me, that 2005 season was like kind of a shock, because I'm like, man, you can't put this on Coach Sherman. Can't just put out there, your best player is being injured to say, oh, that's on you, coach. you got to play with a whole bunch of third stringers and second stringers for the whole season. So we're firing you because of that. It's like, so that was tough and more of a shock to my system. And in terms of understanding who I'm going to, who's going to be my head coach the next year. So it's just interesting, or how these young athletes with so much being thrown at them, they're going to have to grow up quick and play ball and go to school at the same time, make decisions for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Webster, you got a good question there. NIL deal, as far as that goes, a lot of information is not disclosed, but you do have
not
guys
until next year.
What's up?
Not until next year.
Not until next
the
year.
revenue sharing piece will.
Next year will be revealed. We'll know what's going on. But this year, there's a lot of things packed in NIL monies, contracts we just don't even know about. And they don't have to divulge that information. But next year, there'll be more transparency as far as NIL go next year. Corey, I'd love to see it, man. It's you, Colorado game. And Corey, I would also say this. He goes, Corey, speaking of that energy, I see it in the fourth quarter of Purdue as well. I seen that sense of urgency in motors, et cetera. But it's going to be interesting. Folks, when we come back, first of all, I appreciate all of your input because that's been a lot for us as well. Obviously, tomorrow I will have some more as far as, media day, what's going on. Talk more about USC as well. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, I think tomorrow we definitely need to dive into a couple of things. One is the quarterback spot. The other one, he made an interesting comment yesterday. Matt Rule did about how Nebraska needs to stop feeling certain ways out of bye weeks and has to stop prioritizing, okay, how are the guys feeling? Oh man, we're down in the dumps. We just got, our face beat. And he made an interesting comment about that. So I think those are two angles we definitely need to talk about tomorrow.
Love it. Folks, when we come back, we have the RGT, AD attitude adjustment. Wise words from AG as well. We'll be right back. It's The Drive.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, take over $11,000 off a 2024 Ford F-150. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004296, MSRP of $66,645. Must finance with Ford Motor Company and have a qualifying trade and approved credit. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/13/24. See delivery details.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Starter Heyman Jewelers. My grandpa Don always made sure that our diamonds are the most exceptional you could find in the world. That's why we're introducing our exclusive Heartland Diamond Collection. If you're ready to add some sparkle to your life that you can see from across the room, the Heartland Diamond is for you. Stop in to Starter Heyman to see for yourself. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
There are moments in life, surrounded by family and friends, when you realize this is what it's all about. For 65 years, the Riddles family has been creating jewelry to capture these precious moments, crafting one memory at a time to last forever. Now, join them in celebrating Riddles Jewelry's 65th anniversary with incredible savings. Enjoy up to 30% off engagement rings. And for a limited time, save up to an additional $700 on your ring purchase. At Riddles, they're more than jewelry. They're here to help you create moments that truly sparkle, surrounded by the people who matter most. Family owned. Today, tomorrow, forever. Riddles Jewelry.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see sunny skies and it will be breezy. See an afternoon high around 58. Tonight, a chance of showers and a continuing breeze with a low near 47. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy with a high around 55. Meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, wrapping up another great show for the day of Tuesday. Bam.
Raff, what you got for us today, my friend?
All right, everybody, today's Raff's Good Take goes out to 2 birthday boys. First off, happy birthday to Acom Adofia.
Easy.
And happy birthday to one of my old defensive backs for the Crush, Justin Wisman. Both 2 great guys. Just awesome people. What can I say? Great people.
I love it.
And they are much deserving of the Raff's Good Take because, heck, what can I say? They're amazing.
They are good people, man. And me and Acom go back 7th grade. He went to Goodrich. I went to obviously the Color Middle School, but go back, man. One of my best buddies, love him to death. We've been through literally all losing parents together, graduations together, kids born, all sorts of great stuff, but just a solid brother, man. Happy birthday to E. We'll be rapping later for sure as well.
The old ball coach.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The 80 Attitude Adjustment, folks, is brought to you and sponsored by the Body Lab. The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, offers everything from your physical therapy, trigger and point dry needling, a cold plunge tub, and an infrared sauna. Learn more about schedule your appointment with Rachel and her amazing team today online at thebodylablnk.com. Again, that's thebodylablnk.com, or visit them at 14th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln. Folks, in a loud world, I posted this last night. I love my little library. I love reading and just different books, just getting information, knowledge, wisdom, and just calms the mind to pick up a book and to read something, learn something. And I thought about that. And I sat around AG in there, and it was quiet. It was peaceful. Folks, it's a loud world right now, and it's only going to get louder in this, 24-hour news cycle with social media constantly available, etc. Find your quiet. Find your peace. It's like I've said before, my father and mother would always say, protect your peace. Live in a very, very divisive world, if you would. Find your quiet. AG, what you got, my man?
Yeah, I got a good one here with all the stuff going on in Nebraska football. The best way out is always through. So dealing with things, hey, you can't run away from it. You're gonna have to just go right through it. Deal with it.
Or
grow
pass
from
over
it.
the top.
Go over the top with a deep ball. But you got to play the games.
Or throw it over the top. That's all that matters. All right, Raffy, we got 35 seconds. You're on the show tomorrow?
I'll be here tomorrow.
In the studio?
I'll be on the show. No, I'll be.
You'll be on the show tomorrow.
When are you coming back ever?
I come back next Tuesday. I'm back next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday?
You actually booked the round trip ticket?
Yeah, I gotta be back.
Okay.
It's home game next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? Yeah.
We got 15 seconds,
Go ahead,
Raffy.
Raffy.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Peace.
This This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down, but don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning December 1st. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your holiday, birthday, or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at doubleeagle.golf.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
There are moments in life, surrounded by family and friends, when you realize this is what it's all about. For 65 years, the Riddles family has been creating jewelry to capture these precious moments. Crafting one memory at a time,